What's up everyone, TF Review 16 here with a video review of DC Collectibles Batman Arkham Origins 4-pack. Very nice packaging here. You can see DC Collectibles on one side and you get the 75 years of Batman on the other side. Really cool logo there. On the back of the packaging, you get the full lineup of Arkham Origins figures available from DC Collectibles. And it says sculpted by Gentle Giant Studios, DCComics.com. And right off the bat, no pun intended, the sculpt and design of this Arkham Origins Batman is very impressive. Very high level of detail here. You get some really nice different textures and effects going on with the bat suit. Just really impressive as far as likeness to the source material. Wow, it looks like he jumped right off your screen from the game. You can see here he's got his gauntlets on his arms. Very nice armor look for the Arkham Origins Batman. You can see where the cape attaches here to the cowl. Very nice detailing in the top and the neck. Really cool cape. It's a soft, pliable rubber material for the cape. Has a really nice flow to it. I like the look, how it's draped over his shoulders. Not spread out too much. Really nice look there. The armor and padding that goes through here, very impressive. Even down to these little riveting details here in the suit armor. Very nice. He's got these knee pads and shin guards going on. Really armored up suit. And taking a closer look at his head sculpt. Very impressed here with the paintwork on the head. Really nice lines, and he even has the 5 o'clock shadow here going on, just like in the game. And the eyes look really good. Bring some life into his eyes with the way that they're painted. And you can see Arkham Origins Batman is almost 7 inches tall at the top of his ears. And for a size comparison, here he is next to the Mattel Movie Masters Dark Knight Rises Batman. This one here is sculpted by the Four Horsemen, and this one by Gentle Giant Studio. So you can see big scale difference here in the Mattel versus the DC Collectibles. This is on the 6-inch scale level. This is on the 7-inch scale level. Here he is next to the NECA Michael Keaton Batman from the original 1989 Batman movie. Here is Batman next to NECA Predators. This is the Super Predator Berserker Predator from the movie. These guys actually scale really nice together. I think that would be pretty accurate. And here is Batman next to Marvel Legends Infinite Series from the Hobgoblin Wave Daredevil. So you can see how Marvel Legends stacks up against the DC Collectibles. Again, this is the 6-inch scale for Marvel Legends and the 7-inch scale for DC Collectibles Batman. Now let's go over articulation, and this is something that DC Collectibles has made a huge improvement on as of late. His head here is on a full ball joint. It does not look up much at all, however. If this hinged back like Marvel Legends, that would be really cool. So you're not getting that much there, obviously side to side. Tilt a little bit, pretty limited, but still you get some head articulation there. His shoulders go up about this far, and they are on a ball joint, so you can rotate that around. Actually, you can get it all the way up and around. The cape gets in the way a little bit, but this soft, pliable material here makes it so you can pose him out very well. His elbow has a rotation at the elbow, a bend at the elbow. He doesn't have the bicep swivel up here. It's cut down here at his elbow. So you got the elbow swivel and rotation, and then his fist here is on a hinge and a ball joint. So you're getting some good movement there. He does have ab crunch forward about this much and back like that as well. He has waist swivel, which is hidden very well. You can't really tell that there's a cut here even. Looks really good. The hip articulation is the only thing here that I have a problem with. This is the T hip joint. So you can see posing him out, you're going to get the gapping in here in his crotch area. And again, it really limits the amount of range here for motion. He does have double jointed knees, which is a great, huge improvement for DC Collectibles. That's really nice to see. Again, there's no top swivel here. There's no thigh swivel. And the hip joint just goes back about 90 degrees, goes forward about that much, and it goes out slightly, barely, not too much there. But you're still getting a good range of articulation. And the foot here is on a swivel, it's on a ball joint, and it has a hinge. So you are getting some good ankle pivot. Not much of a rocker here at all, though. Let's see. Yeah, because you see, you got the ball joint there. You have a hinge, but no. It does have a rocker. So you can see on the ball, it also rocks on there. So you do get some ankle pivot as well. Now, one thing I'll say about this, it's a nice articulation system for the feet, but the ball joint sometimes gets twisted in there. And so you have to straighten the ball out on the inside to get it to work properly. But that is a huge improvement. He could have used some ball joints, hips, and thigh swivels. Batman comes with his grapple gun. This is highly impressive paintwork on this thing. This looks really awesome. So this is the grapple gun right out of the game with some really nice paint deco on there. Really kind of gunmetal, dark gray material. It's a softer rubber material, or a softer plastic material, which makes it more durable to fit in his hand. So it looks like it has two handles here so he can hold it. So there you can see Batman holding his grapple gun here with the finger on the trigger. And here you can see him holding the other handle to hold it straight in the air. Now the only thing is the head articulation. He doesn't look straight up. So that would be the only other complaint I have about articulation. His head needs to look up further so you can see where he's blasting that grapple gun. Really cool weapon. He does not come with a Batarang accessory. I really wish he did. Overall, I'm giving this Batman Arkham Origins figure a solid recommend. This is one that I suggest that you add to your collection. Here is the Arkham Origins Clown Prince of Crime himself. And as for the sculpt and design, he looks very good, very sinister. He's got the crazy clown eyes going on. Looks very similar to the character in the game. Definitely like what's going on here with the paint. You got a nice green color under jacket there. He's got a button-down shirt here, a dirtyish yellow kind of color. Dark purple jacket. Really like the jacket and the gloves. He has 2 fists. Doesn't come with any extra hands, so he's got 2 fists. And my biggest complaint is he doesn't come with any accessories. Also, articulation really suffers on this figure, so whereas DC Collectibles takes a step forward in the right direction with the Batman Arkham Origins, this is similar to what we'll be getting with the Mattel figures, and I'll compare them with one of those as well. But paintwork really nice, the head sculpt really nice. The paint is a little bit blotchy and sloppy on his head. Really dark and dirty clown makeup, which is really similar to the game aesthetic. So it looks really good. Spot on paint applications for the most part. He's got the dark makeup around his eyes. Nice lip accents here going on with his sinister clown smile. And again, those crazy eyes really capture the character. Very, very nice. And in terms of articulation, he has a swivel here, no ball joint. He's got he's got elbow swivel and rotation here, which is highly limited. I do like the jacket. You got some nice detailing here with the straps on the wrists of the jacket, on the cuff here, really nice. I do like the gloves. The jacket is a soft, pliable material, but it does not come off. So, maybe you can get it off. I don't know if it actually was meant to come off. I pretty much think it wasn't. It goes up about this far. I don't want to tear anything, but he's got waist swivel. Again, head on a ball joint, so you're getting a really good amount of movement there. So you can get some good emoting out of him. Definitely cool. Again, waist swivel, you get just the up and down swivel. This isn't even a T-joint where it comes out. I mean, it's a T-joint crotch, but it doesn't even come out at all on the sides. So you're just getting front and back. So you're really not going to get this guy into many poses at all. No thigh swivel. He's got knee bend, not even 90 degrees. He has nothing. Well, he has a swivel on the foot. No up and down. So really limited articulation. No accessories here. And the Joker stands about 6 3/4 inches high. Here he is with the Mattel Dark Knight Joker. I do have the other variant of this Joker figure, which is a little bit better than this one, but he's still in the packaging, so I'll put him next to this version of the Joker here. You can see the Mattel versus DC Collectibles and the scale difference here. So overall, I really do like this Joker figure from Arkham Origins. It is really nice to have a Joker figure in your collection, but his limited articulation really hindered this figure. But it's nothing that we're not used to by now with the Mattel and DC figures. That being said, I don't give him a solid recommend, but if you're a completist like I am and you want to pose this figure next to Harley Quinn, then you're going to want to have a Joker figure in your collection. So this 4-pack, you can't really go wrong for the value. You get the Joker figure included with it, so that's very nice.
I need them delivered tonight.
They're all hired killers, the best in the business. Black Mask isn't messing around.
Here we have Arkham Origins Black Mask. And I have him posed here with his 2 accessories, the guns he comes with, which these are very nice pistols. And one thing I really like about this is that his trigger finger goes on the pistol trigger. He has virtually no articulation. He has a swivel here. He has a wrist swivel here. And he has an elbow movement that bends. It's very stiff and bends very little. You can see where the sculpt of the suit actually wraps around and hinders it even more. The suit is somewhat of a pliable rubber, at least the front is, and then it's really well glued in here to the back, so that's not going to move or be able to be removed. He has no waist articulation. He has front and back on the hips. He has no knee articulation, and he has no foot articulation. It was meant to swivel here, but the cuff of his pant leg here blocks it. So really, the only pose you're going to get this guy in is this. You don't even want to put him holding his gun out, I don't think, because he barely holds it straight. Oh yeah, you can get him in a pose where he's holding the gun out. So that's cool. So you have a couple posing options for this figure. Not bad. Head on a ball joint, so you do get some head articulation there. As far as likeness to the video game, absolutely. This figure nails it. But you're suffering in all levels of articulation. For a size comparison, here he is next to the Mattel Ra's al Ghul figure. Now you can see this is 2 suit sculpted figures, and this Ra's al Ghul figure has a ton more articulation than the Black Mask. I mean, I should count the points. I didn't actually count the points of articulation he has, but it would have been really nice to see some of this articulation in the Black Mask figure. I mean, he has thigh swivels, knee joints. He's got the T crotch with some movement there. He's got ball jointed shoulders. He's got bicep swivel, elbow bend, wrist swivel. So really, this Black Mask suffers in the way of articulation quite a bit. Here is a close-up of Black Mask, the head sculpt. Really nice details in the mask. This is probably my favorite thing about this figure. Really nice painted in eyes. You can see the flesh color underneath the mask. Very cool. And you can see his eyes in there. There is some mist paint applications here. You can see some white splotchiness here, mist on there. And the suit is all sculpted. All the pinstripes in this suit are sculpted in, which I think is really nice. Then they use a black wash to get the pinstripe effect, but it ends up looking really dirty. So it's not really a clean, sharp looking suit. It looks more dirty. For being such a sophisticated character, this suit doesn't really fit his character too well. It's not too bad though. He does look like the character in the game. And he's not a bad overall figure. Good, nice to have in your collection, not a must-have. We're going to move on here and get to what I've been waiting for. Let's talk about Deathstroke.
Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, former military, subject of a failed medical experiment.
And last but certainly not least, that brings us to the anti-hero, the mercenary, assassin for hire, Deathstroke. Highly detailed sculpt work and paint went into this. I'm very impressed with the overall design and paint work. His accessories leaves nothing to be desired. He comes with a nice pistol here. You can see he holds that in his hand very well. So there he's got a nice soft pliable rubber holster here. That holsters his weapon good. Very nice. He's got a separate belt piece here. This is a soft pliable rubber as well. Attached to a beautifully detailed sheath for his sword. So you can see that looks very nice. He's got this soft rubber, almost like rope material coming off the back of his mask. Very nice. He's got some bombs sculpted in over here, some grenades I should say, either smoke grenades or something. He's got nice belt here with some pouches, armor knight kind of looking gauntlets or shin guards here. Very nice design. He also comes with this metal staff. Well, obviously it's plastic staff, but it's designed to look like metal. He holds it really well. You really have to be careful getting these weapons out of the package. You have to kind of dissect them. You don't want to put any stress or bend these weapons at all. The sword is sheathed very nicely in the back here, but this one right out of the package, it came a little bent, just where the hilt connects to the handle there. And so I could run some hot water on there and straighten it out. I just had to be really careful getting this out of the package, and it was a little bit warped coming out of the package, but really nice sword there. You can see it's cut like the one in the game. Very similar, although it seems really kind of small for him. But he can hold that in one hand, so you can get it in his hand. He holds that very nicely. And then the other hand is sculpted for the gun. So he can't hold the sword in his other hand, but you can get really nice look here of Deathstroke with his sword and his gun. And you could even use this belt here in the back. So you can slide the staff through as well, so he can store all of his weapons. So for design and sculpt, I give him high marks across the board. As far as likeness to the game, it's spot on. There is a variant unmasked as well, and I really got this 4-pack for Deathstroke. At the price it was, the other figures were just a bonus, and the Arkham Origins Batman figure, definitely a must-have for your collection. And this Deathstroke is also one of those must-have. Now, he is kind of a fragile figure, and I will get into articulation here. His shoulder here is on a ball joint. He does have a bicep swivel. He has an elbow bend about 90 degrees. He has a wrist hinge and swivel. He has ab crunch, which is really awesome. So he goes that much forward, and he goes back as well. He has waist swivel, and he's got this unique, almost like a ball joint. They move forward, backwards, and out, but barely. And then he has this upper thigh swivel here. He could have really benefited from a knee cut here down below, but he does have double jointed knees that go back about that far. And the beautiful ankle pivot. He has ankle pivot, and it also goes down. And the forward is a little bit hindered. It does go forward, but it is slightly hindered by the armor here. But that ankle pivot is very useful in posing him and getting him in some really good poses. So here you can see Deathstroke stands about 6.5, 6 3/4 inches tall. And here he is next to Batman, so you can see that they're about the same height at the head. Batman's ears make him a little bit taller. Taking a closer look at the head sculpt, really impressive paint work and detailing on the head sculpt. You can see his eye in there. He's giving you just a really sinister death stare. He's got green eyes, really nice detail in there, or I should say green eye. And the paint, the accents here on the helmet, very nice. Got some gray detailing, really beautiful sculpting throughout. Got the colors, the orange and blue on the back, and then the nice like tie thing here with the rubber straps coming off of it. Very impressed with the level of detail and sculpting and the paint work in this figure and the likeness to the game. It's phenomenal. This is a highly recommended figure. I definitely got this 4-pack for Deathstroke and glad to have him in my collection. And here they all are together, and I highly recommend this set. This was a great value at the price I picked it up for, and it is well worth a purchase. So if you can find this 4-pack, I recommend you picking it up. As always, click like if you like this video review. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think about this DC Collectibles 4-pack or any one of these figures individually. Much appreciate your comments and your feedback. You can share this video with your friends. You can follow me on Twitter at TFReview16 as well. And until next time, keep collecting.